Just a couple of highlights from the first reporting period. We were awarded the contract on February 14th of this year. The first reporting period covers the first 3 months of our tenure here, that is from February 14th through May 15th. And the report that's coming out is covering that period. We had a month to produce the report. We shared it with the parties to vet it for any errors that there might be factually in the report, and it will be published on the 13th of this month. During this period, we had significant engagement with stakeholders in the process, from city participants, including APD, AFR, the City Attorney's Office, the City Manager's Office, and the Civil Service Commission. We also met extensively with the Attorney General's Office. We have included in this monitorship, and this is very unique for monitorships, we have included the unions, the Police and Firefighters Union in this process. We have met with the Public Defender's Office, with the Sheriff's, Public Safety Committee of the City Council, and extensively with community members. We have established a once-a-month meeting with all of these stakeholders and parties. As I mentioned, we have established the Community Advisory Council. We have established a self-assessment process in which the relevant city agency self-assesses how it is doing with respect to a particular mandate. We had our first town hall meeting. We have conducted a community survey, which is published in our report. We have published those methodologies to aid in the determination of compliance, and we have, in fact, published our first report. The first reporting period, just an overview of the assessment. We examined 36 of 70 mandates under the MADCs. 9 were in substantial compliance, 8 of which dealt with the use of ketamine and chemical sedatives, 1 of which dealt with the Civil Service Commission hiring an expert. Of the remaining 29, 9 are on a cautionary track, and that means that on the report card they show up in a yellow or orange icon, and that means that we have a concern with respect to that track, and that is dealing mostly with issues of governance over the development of policies and procedures and training relative to the APD. We are working diligently with them to resolve those issues and feel confident that they will be resolved in the near future. In addition to those items, there were 20 items that remain that were in various stages on track with our expectation moving towards substantial compliance. And then there were 3 focus issues. The first focus issue dealt with the termination of Chief Wilson. First of all, we want to thank her for her service. She spearheaded extreme cooperation with the monitor and the monitor team. We thank her for that. But we have been involved in monitorships where chiefs, frankly, come and go, and that is the natural progression of the reality of the situation with chiefs in American policing today. But the monitor is here to stay for my term. I will be here for the 5 years, and we will work with whomever is in that particular seat to make sure that the mandates of the consent decree are carried out. We had a terrific relationship with Chief Jewell and continue to have that relationship, but while he was serving as interim chief, and that continues with Chief Oates as well. But while Chief Wilson was in that seat, there were a number of significant efforts that were undertaken before we even arrived on the scene. They included the new way, the establishment of the community relations section. the Community Police Task Force, and the Chief's Youth Advisory Team. And just when we got here, there was Aurora Youth Night, which was a fantastic success by all accounts. In a second focus issue, we look at systems that are designed to best ensure best policing practices. And those include enhanced first-line supervision, early intervention systems, internal affairs and civilian complaint investigation processes, the disciplinary system, data analysis, performance evaluation, customer service feedback, audit and inspection, and post-incident review. And we took an incident that occurred back on May 15th, 2021, to use as an example of first what can go wrong when the systems don't get it exactly right, but more importantly, what can happen under those same circumstances when the systems correct themselves and ultimately do put an officer on the correct path. So we are very, very happy that the officer who was involved in that May 15th incident has had the additional training and the additional mentoring that was necessary in order to put them back on the right path.